talk about a few things about me so that you can get to know me, and I don't know if this video makes even sense. I hope this is not a chit chat. Get ready with me. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a chit chat, get ready with me, and I figured since I'm waiting on a couple of orders, I would just film that in the meantime. And since I'm new to YouTube, I figured I would just talk a little bit about myself. That way you get to know me as a person and get to know me how I am. So I hope you like this video. If you want to be friends, go ahead and subscribe, click on the bell to be notified whenever I upload. And without rambling on, let's go ahead and put some makeup on. For today's video, I tried picking out a couple of different items that I had in my collection just so that the video doesn't get boring. So for my primer, I will be going in with this Covergirl Trueblend Base Business Skin Primer. It's the moisturizing one. This is how it looks like. And I will just go ahead and put it on my finger. And it's just white like that. And then I will just dot it all over my face and then blend it out. Just like so. And don't mind my hair today, please. I have curly hair and today it just won't cooperate with me, so I have no idea what to do. If you have any suggestions on what to use, what to put on there, please go ahead and let me know, because this is a crazy mess. And for foundation today, I will be just going in with my Colorpop Pretty Fresh foundation, and I just pumped it on my hand. I just want to try out and see how that works today, and I did one pump, so I hope that works out, because I don't want to go too heavy on the foundation because it is pretty hot today. So as you guys know, if you have seen my very first video where I introduced myself to YouTube, you will know that I am actually from Europe. So I'm from Austria. That's where I was born and raised, but my parents are actually from Serbia. So I am full-blood Serbian, if you will. And yeah, I speak 4 languages, as I mentioned in that video. I speak German, English, Serbian, and Spanish. So I am thinking about making a video in Spanish just to see how that goes. Now that my foundation is all blended out, I will go ahead and go in with the Elf 16-hour camo concealer. This is how it looks like. YouTube raves about it. I bought it and I tried it once. I wasn't sure if it was my shade, so we'll go ahead and try out today. So for anybody who doesn't know, I am married. My husband is Mexican, so speaking Spanish does come pretty handy because I speak to his family in Spanish, sometimes to him, mostly to my mother-in-law. So them being able to understand me not just in English but also in Spanish is a huge help. And yeah, German, I must say, I moved to the US 4 years ago and my German just fades away slowly but surely. So whenever I call my family and my best friend back home, shout out to Naomi. I know that she's always watching my videos. To Naomi, I always talk in English ever since we met each other in high school. That's just how it was always, never German, but English for some reason. But then when I call my family, obviously I have to speak in Serbian and German, and I stutter a lot, and as of right now I consider me speaking English and Spanish better than German and Serbian. So regarding the concealer, I must say I really like how it looks on my skin right now, because usually what I did is just put it on without foundation and it would look so white and just off. But now that I have foundation on there, it blends in pretty nicely and I like how it looks like. To set my under eyes, you already know, and my whole face, reserve your cabana with Wet n Wild. We'll just do that real quick. And yeah, so besides doing or making YouTube videos right now. I really enjoy painting. I recently just discovered it. My friend Stephanie, that is my co-worker from my job here, she just recently got her lash extension certificate, and she asked, or I suggested, to make her some signs and paint them for her lash room, and they turned out pretty nice, and I just sent them to her and she loves them. And while making the paintings, I just enjoyed it so much. Like, it just brought so much calm to my heart, and I was like, I need to get back into painting. So guess what I did? Went straight to Target and spent like $60 on paintings, canvases, brushes, and everything. And now I'm just gonna set my face with this Farrah brush. And yeah, so shopping has been always so exciting to me. Like shopping for anything, like clothes, shoes, bags. I usually don't like the bags that you put on your shoulder or the crossovers. I'm more like backpacks. That's the kind of girl I am. And I've always enjoyed spending money. But then when I moved here, like, I found so many different stores that we obviously don't have back in Austria. And I was like, oh my god, I gotta check them out. And now literally I have a Target 2 minutes away from my house, and I live there. That's my second home. So I just did my eyebrows off camera because that's the boring part. I always use the same two products. It's the $1 Billion Brows brow pencil in the shade Universal. It's like a little retractable pencil. And then I use my Elf setting brow gel. And for the eyes, I will go ahead and use something so exciting that I got in the mail like a week ago, and I already played around with it just a little bit. And it's this ABH Norvina palette. I got it on sale from Sephora. Usually this retails for $30, but I got it on sale for $15. And this is what the shades look like. Super pretty, super vibrant. I'm not quite sure what I will be going in with first, but I do have the Elf bite-sized eyeshadow palette. It's just 4 shadows like this. It's like $3, but super good. And it's in the shade Truffles, just so that I have some neutral colors on my eyes too. So the first thing that I will do is take my favorite brush, as you guys know, and I will jump into this brown right here. So moving to the US has been a very positive experience so far. Like, as I think I mentioned it in my introduction video, I've always wanted to live in the US ever since I was little. I was like 8 years old when I would tell my whole family, one day I will be in America, I will be somebody, I will have lots of money. Still working on that part, but I'm here. But the good thing is, like, it all happened out of nowhere. Like, I knew I wanted to be here, but I never really took the step to really plan it or anything like that. And then just my husband, he was in the Marines, and the time when we met, he was actually in Japan, so we met online through my best friend back home. And yeah, like, once he was done with the Marines, he went back to California. That's where he was stationed. And when I moved here, that was the first place where I lived at. And I must say, I freaking love California. It's super expensive, but we lived like 30 minutes away from the ocean. So I was like at the ocean every other day, especially in summer. I loved it. And yeah, and when he got out completely after 5 years of service, we moved to Vegas, and that's where we still are. And I've met so many people. I've had 1, 2, 3. I'm on my 4th job right now. I worked at Panda Express. I worked at a dentist office because I feel like I'm still like in that phase where I'm trying to find myself and just find a job, you know, where I'll be happy and just where I'm supposed to be, I guess. The next shade that I will be using is actually from the Norvina palette. I will be jumping in with this shade right here, and I will just use my same brush. And this is my very first time, or when I got it and when I played around with it, this was my very first time playing around with ABH. And the shadows are really nice, very pigmented, and I'm just going very light-handed with that shade because I don't want it to be too dark. But this is such a rich, like, chocolate shade. I love it. This is how it looks like. It just blends so easily. So when I moved here, the first thing we did in California is get a dog. So Bruce was my first dog. He's a pit bull, a blue nose. He's the sweetest thing in the whole wild world. I've had a lot of times when we were walking him, or just people would see him, they would be like, oh, aren't you scared owning a pit bull and they're so vicious and dangerous? I'm like, no, it all depends on how you raise them, because my Bruce was raised with loves and kisses and hugs all day. That's all he got. He does not know how to be aggressive. I mean, he does only if he feels like I'm being threatened or anything like that. But other than that, like, he's the best dog in the whole world. And then after Bruce, we actually got my second dog, Daisy. She's a border collie mix. We rescued her from the pound, and she's just the sweetest girl in the whole world as well. She gets along with Bruce so good, like, it's just the perfect family. So now that I have the brown all in there in my crease, I am thinking about going in with those two shadows right here, the yellow and the orange, but I'm not quite sure if I should. I'm not quite sure how well it will go with the brown, but I think I'll give it a try. I got nothing to lose. I'll just take it on a Tarte Sugar Rush brush, and I think I will be going in with the yellow first, and just very lightly starting to put that all over my lid and just blending that in with the brown. So it doesn't look as bad as I thought. I'm just going very lightly in my inner corner and half of my lid, and it's starting to look pretty good, because that yellow is not like neon boom in your face. It's like more light and subtle, and I really like that. So this is how it looks like so far. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So next I will be taking this orange shade right here, and I will just focus it on my inner corner, and again I will go very light-handedly and just put it right here in the front. Just very tapping motions, nothing too crazy, just to lay down some orange. And for my lower lash line, I will go ahead and mix this bright orange with this bright brown and just buff that in. And for my inner corner highlight and for underneath the brow bone, I will go ahead and go in with the shimmer right here. This is how it looks like, very pretty. And I will just go ahead and take it on a small brush like this. I will just tap it in and place it in my inner corner, and oh my goodness, this is so pretty. It goes so well with the eye look since it's like brown and yellowish. And then to finish off my eyes, I will be going in with the Thrive Causemetics mascara. You guys already know I love this mascara. It works just as well like the superhero It Causemetics one. Alright, eyes are all done. Now to finish up the face, I will be going in with my Colorpop blush that I used in my review. Again, this is how it looks like, super pretty. And I will take it on the Elf Retro Paradise brush and just dust that onto my cheeks. I will not be contouring today. I just feel like I want to keep it nice and summery, because I just want to do a couple more summer looks and then I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for Christmas. I'm ready for all of it. Weather, hot chocolate, and everything. I'm so over summer, guys. Like, it's just too hot for me out here, and I barely survive. But to keep me busy while I'm inside, all I do is I watch TikTok, I make TikToks. If you haven't followed me on TikTok yet, I will go ahead and link that down below. And if you see my videos, you will see how I naturally act behind the camera, because right now obviously I'm trying to be professional, but I'm a crazy girl, and the people who watch this, if you watch it, if you know, you know. And for highlight, I will be jumping into my Colorpop Super Shock Shadow, not shadow, highlight with a fan brush in Flexetarian, and I will just dust that onto my cheeks. I love this highlight. The other day was my mother-in-law's birthday, and I put that on before we went to the restaurant, and I was glowing to the gods. Let me tell you, like, I hope the camera picks it up, but the glow, like when it hits the light, it's just so pretty, and it doesn't leave a cast or anything like that, which is super great. But yeah, so besides TikTok, as I mentioned, I like to paint now. And I just like to hang out, chill with my dogs, my husband, and watch anime all day. Right now, I'm watching Black Clover. If you're into anime, you totally should watch it because it's a great show. I've always been into anime, and especially with my husband. I love watching it because I feel like that's how we connect. And yeah, so I really hope you can see the nice glow that this highlight gives me. I just love how this look turned out, and I must say that I really like the primer, the Covergirl primer with my Pretty Fresh foundation. It just looks so pretty, and just it doesn't feel heavy at all, so I'm super happy. And now for lips, I will be going in with this Context matte lipstick. I usually don't like matte lipstick, but I found it in my drawer, and I figured it would go so nicely with the look today. It's like a deeper brown shade, but when you put it on, it doesn't look as harsh. So I'll just put a little bit on there. No lip liner, because I like to risk it. And lastly, I will be going in with my Colourpop lip oil, the one from the Wild Nothing collection. I've been loving this one so much. Ugh, I love it. Doesn't feel heavy on the lips, gives a nice sheen. I'm just in love. For setting spray, I will be using my Pretty Fresh setting spray by Colorpop, and just put that on my face. Overboard galore. Alright, and this is the finished look, guys. This is how my eyes look like. I love how it turned out. I love the Norvina palette. It's totally worth it. Even if I paid 30 bucks for it, I would totally buy it. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know I didn't give out too many facts about me, so once I gain a little bit more followers, I will go ahead and do a Q&A where I literally ask you guys to ask me questions. But for now, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe now if you want to be friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!